Highway 58. I just crested Willamette Pass. I'm heading east, southeast, down towards Highway 97 at Klamath Falls. Tomorrow I'm going to meet up with JonDZ Adventuring, Edward Shin, and a bunch of other people. But for today, a little bit of solo exploring. Camp someplace near Mount Shasta tonight. The disadvantage of taking Highway 97 to get south is that it's a 2-lane highway, 2 directions, and you can get stuck behind a little bit of traffic. Whoa! That's about the best view of a coyote I've ever seen. I've seen them off in the distance, and anytime I've ever been that close, man, they've disappeared into the woods really quickly. But man, that one was just sauntering across the road. I'm driving through farmlands southeast of Klamath Falls now. I'm on my way to Merrill, where I'll fuel up before heading down into California. I know some of you think it's dumb and pointless to air down on gravel roads, but I got 50 miles of dirt and gravel to cover today, and while it may not be strictly necessary, there's no question that it softens the ride and reduces the chance of puncturing a tire on a random rock that may be sticking out of the roadbed. So why not make it more comfortable? I'm only taking it down to 25 today. That is so much better. I did a couple of miles on the gravel roads without airing down, and I was like, well, this isn't so bad. But then finally it got the better of me. I stopped and oh, it's like going from sleeping on a plank of plywood to sleeping on a waterbed. Or sleeping on memory foam if you're too young to remember waterbeds. I had marked this as road to lava bed questionable because from the satellite pictures I wasn't sure it was actually going to go through, but it's actually a pretty nice road. At the risk of sounding corny, I can't even begin to express what a relaxing, pleasurable feeling it is to just be going down some tiny little forest road in the middle of nowhere, nobody around. So nice. I knew this route over this lava bed was going to take me past this little cinder cone, but I had no idea what the scale of it was going to be. had no intention of setting foot on the cinder cone. I was just gonna drive by it, but I know the video is not doing justice to how incredible this thing is. So I gotta do something to give you a sense of scale. This thing is like 45 degrees. It is not easy to climb. I don't know whether to call this litter or an artifact. That is really old litter. Well, this is the whole reason I chose this route to Mount Shasta. It's really just to drive across this lava field. I don't know why I'm so fascinated with driving across lava fields, lava beds, lava flows. I don't know. It just compels me. Look at this. It's so awesome. The road is just crushed black lava. Well, I've gone about 3 miles over the past more than an hour, I think. The problem with traveling in November, look how low the sun is. It's only 2:30. I gotta start making some distance if I'm gonna get to Mount Shasta. Okay, I found it. I spotted this structure in satellite photos when I was researching and planning this trip. Obviously abandoned and sitting on what is now National Forest land, I wanted to see if I could get to it and check it out. Well, what is this thing? It's clearly not a cabin. Maybe you can tell me what this is. From the other side. still have a long ways to go to get to Mount Shasta. I did pre-plan 2 possible routes from this point, a slower but potentially more interesting backcountry route, and a longer but certainly faster route via paved roads. Oh, the backcountry route is paved also. So I'm putting a little air back in the tires, and I'm going to hope my original plan will go fast enough. I'm only taking them back up to 30. Will firm them up enough so that they don't get damaged driving on the paved road, but still be soft enough so that I can just go once I get back off the pavement. Also, that way it goes faster right now, because I am seriously chasing the sun. Aside from one truck parked at a trailhead back in the Lava Beds National Monument, I have not seen a single vehicle all day long. That guy's got a serious load of wood in his truck. Well, smoke is not usually what you want to see in the forest in California. Smoke is thick. Okay, so the forest is on fire. But it turns out this is an intentionally set prescribed burn, and these baby flames don't seem to be going anywhere fast. Well, I made pretty good time on that paved road. The sun is disappearing quickly, but Mount Shasta is in sight. Well, it is getting dark, and this little spur is sort of going in the right direction. I see Shasta now. They said your wish could get you your heart's desire. If you believe when you're down, your own brain messing you up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Looking for a clear piece of mind so that I can see clear. So hard to find. I'm tripping on the dark side. Yeah, yeah. Dirty, dirty, I feel so dirty. Dark sky all day. Dirty, dirty, I feel so dirty. Dark sky all day. Yeah. This road just keeps going and going, and views of Shasta keep teasing me through the trees, but there have just been no pullouts or side roads to even consider as possible campsites. I guess no one's listening. I'm like a strong wheel pushed by the wind of emptiness. Waiting for the end to strike a chord. Oh yeah. Holy crap. Yeah, you got to pay attention to the road, that's for sure. It was looking really promising on the GPS, but the washout is massive. So there's where we came up, and the road just drops off.
I'm tripping on the dark side. I'm tripping on the dark side. No, 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 no. I'm tripping on the dark side. I'm tripping on the dark side. I'm tripping on the dark side.
Well, I was hoping to set up well before dark, but it is what it is. As it happens, I got sent a product that may end up helping out a lot tonight. So, I literally just received this a couple of days ago. This is the Helian Mini Cat, and it's, as you can see, it's an LED light strip, but it's not like fairy lights that you might string up around your tent. It's a thick, heavy-duty rubber strip that's got LED emitters in it, and it comes with a battery pack that powers it. You can plug it into the car, or you can run it off its own battery pack. And it's very fortuitous that I got it tonight, because let me show you how I normally light up at night. Headlamp. And that little magnetic light. And if that seemed a little intensely bright, you can dim it to whatever amount of light you want just by holding your finger on that little button right there. Brighten it up. You can dim it down. So I can still see plenty well, but it's probably maybe half as much light as it was before. I strung it up on whatever was available. I put a clamp right there and just sort of looped it over some things. It gives me some nice area light for the campsite. I might have to experiment with it and figure out what works best. Maybe a couple of more clamps. Just having the light strung up around the outside is bringing plenty of light to the inside. I can see inside perfectly well. Anyway, I gotta find another sweater. It is getting cold out here. I was gonna set up the awnings and make a nice pretty campsite, but it's really cold, it's dark, so I'm just gonna focus on getting a campfire going. And I didn't bring wood because generally the Forest Service likes you to use local wood rather than bringing out of area wood. And I really thought I'd have more time to stop and snag some wood. So I gotta see if I can find some firewood and get a fire going, because, ooh, it is cold. Light is so nice. Well, it's been a long day. I think I'm gonna chill for a minute before I think about dinner. So I have to admit, I was a little tentative about accepting another product, an LED product. And I told them, I said, you may want to watch the video that I'm about to put out. And they said, no, it's cool, you're gonna love it. This is the first time I've used it, and so far, let me tell you, I'm thrilled. I'm much happier about it than I thought I would be. It seemed a little gimmicky at first. I mean, a string of lights, but it's pretty cool. It works really well. It gives me a lot of light around the campsite, which I can easily just put wherever. And it's nice that it runs on its own little battery. The battery pack that it comes with also has USB outputs, so you can charge your phone. The lights can be plugged into a 12-volt plug. It comes with a plug that goes into a 12-volt outlet in your car. So you can run them off your car battery. I think the price is around $80 for the kit, which is not normally something that I would buy in my sort of low-budget, do-it-yourself approach. But it does come with that battery pack, which is a useful thing that goes beyond just simply the lights. And this thing is remarkably sturdy. It is thick, pliable rubber. Here's another thing I'm loving about these lights. Look how well you can see. It's great for the video.
What are you making?
This is definitely a cheap, easy dinner. Bag of pot stickers from Trader Joe's. It's like $3, and Lucy actually already ate some of them. She just left me enough for my dinner tonight. Bottle of this sweet chili sauce. It's like $2, and I'll only use a tiny little bit of it. We'll use the rest of it at home. I know some people prefer pot stickers steamed, or Lucy even prefers them in the microwave. But I like them in the pan like this because they get crispy on the outside, and you just have to heat them kind of nice and slow so the heat gets all the way through and they crisp up. Morning. It's about 6:30. Sun's getting close to coming up. As it happens, my $25 do-it-yourself water system was inspired by an Edward Shin video. He showcased an amazing product from Hydroblue, which is brilliant, but a little too far beyond my budget, so I came up with this instead. I will have a video out soon about how I built this, including all the ways this went wrong. Frankly, for the amount of time and trouble this has been, I may have been better off just purchasing the Hydroblue pressurized jerry can. But I'll get that video out soon, and you can see what you think. Well, I've got camp packed up and I'm heading off to meet up JonDZ, Edward Shin, and the rest of the crew. So I think that's going to be the end of this episode. I'm basically just going to go as quickly as I can down to the nearest highway and head up to meet everybody. Thanks for watching.